Hello everybody, welcome back to the World of Warcraft Legion Alpha. My name is Necroxis. Today we're taking a look at the last warrior artifact, which is the Arms Warrior. So I skipped ahead once again, so let's talk to Odin, our friend, and see what he has to say about the last artifact. Stromkar the Warbreaker. The first king of the humans, Thoradin, was a mighty ruler and a mighty warrior. He carried with him a greatsword, forged by the Vrykul, empowered by the elves, and bloodied on the fields of countless battles. Stromkar, Ender of Wars, was lost with Thoradin. One strong enough to recover the sword would bring to bear a blade unlike any seen since ages. That doesn't... unlike any seen ages since. I guess that makes sense. Alright. I just read it wrong. Alright. Sword of Kings. The first king of the humans, Thoradin, had performed many acts of heroism and valor during his rule. At the end, while on a personal quest, he stumbled upon the tomb of my brother Tyr, and the grave prison of the monstrosity he died fighting. Though not his intention, he awakened the beast and died there, keeping it from escaping. It is Thoradin's sword, Stromkar, that kept the monster at bay. Retrieve it, and finish what Tyr and Thoradin started. Kill Zakaj, the Cathraxi, or Sithraxi. So, this seems to be just like the Shadow Priest one, then? Because I believe Zakaj was the exact same NPC that I fought as the Shadow Priest. So, hopefully it's a little different, but otherwise I'm not going to be too keen on that whole idea, because as I've said with the Karazhan situation, I don't like the repetition of the introductions, because they're supposed to be very memorable. Let's see. I must retrieve an artifact from the Tears Fall Glades, so I guess that's where we're going. Or maybe not, because this is a loading screen for the Broken Shore, or, Broken Isles. Oh, no, here we are. Twilight cultists are camped near. Investigate what they are doing. Alright. Let's see what they are doing. Get him! Just another caveat, once again, I don't play warrior characters, really. I don't think I've ever played ARMS in my life, so... For all the people who are like, Necroxis, you're clicking too much. That's not the point of these videos. The ghost of Thoradin is being tortured by the cultists? Slay the rituals and free him? I will tell you nothing. What lies beneath will be your end. Oh shit, Thoradin's ghost is here. Alright. Damn. Alright, well that's different compared to the Shadow Priest one. First things first, let's turn off this, which somehow didn't get switched off, and this. There we go. Alright, let's get this gated. Get her! We gotta kill these Shadow Priests, it looks like, or these cultists. This one's almost dead. And there she goes. Oh god, I'm too far away to stop Mind Flay. Get her. Get wrecked. Yeah. We're gonna free that ghost of Thoradin. Wow, this is some really odd human lore that we're getting right now. I just realized. Very different. Get him. Once again, the new animations are really good looking. The ghost has much information. Follow Thoradin and listen to his tale. My thanks. I know not who you are, but I can sense you are strong of heart. You are who I have been waiting for. Long ago, I made a terrible mistake. One about to become worse. I had delayed its release with my life, but soon it will awaken. Uh-oh. Below in the tombs lies a horrifying monster that I awoke in my thirst for the truth. My sword, Stromkar, is buried in it, keeping it from regenerating fully. Interesting. I must ask you go in there, brave the dangers, and finish what I started long ago. I will be with you. Frickin' Thoradin! Cool! Down there is a malevolent creature is slowly coming back to life despite my sacrifice. You must brave its corrupted depths and slay it for the last time. I will share what knowledge I have with you. I want to know more about you. I am Thoradin, first king of the Arathor. Long ago, humans were warring tribes of barbarians, slowly being exterminated by the trolls. My tribe, the Arathi, and I unified the tribes to form the kingdom of Arathor. With my noble brothers Ignatius and Thoradin, we pushed back the trolls, though I knew it was but temporary. After a time, we rallied with the elves and fought the longest and bloodiest war humanity had ever seen. If not for the arrogance of the trolls, we would have perished. Instead, we gained the strongest of friendships with the elves, and the teachings of their magic. The cost was countless soldiers and my great friend Thoradin. Once the kingdom was safe and growing ever stronger, I relinquished my crown and began my quest. I mean, they gained friendship with the elves. Would I call it the strongest friendship? No. But, I mean, this is basically the right account of events. I like how my response is just, okay. What happened here? After seeing Arathor in good hands, I took my closest retainers and began my quest for the origins of our tribes. We roamed throughout these lands, digging up pieces of the past until our path came here. In my excitement and need for answers, I ignored the warnings and had my mages break open the seals to something beneath this lake. It was a tomb like nothing I had ever seen before. We were so close and rushed in deeper before truly understanding what we were seeing. Lying there was the being that brought our ancestors here, bearing the symbol that haunted and inspired people from this area forever. But that wasn't all. The monster this tier fought also lay here, and I had broken the seals that kept it dead. It was dead but awoke? It had been laying down there for countless centuries, its master, an ancient evil that Tyr fought even longer ago. With the seals down, it began to heal, and in its awakening it called deep below the earth for aid. Horrific creatures crawled out of the chasm inside the prison, and we were attacked. I knew I had made a terrible mistake. The thing was more powerful than even the trolls. I knew it had to be stopped before fully awakening. We made the ultimate sacrifice. Even barely conscious, the monster killed the last of my comrades easily, but they gave me time. I managed to bury my sword Stromkar into its brain, even as its claws crushed the life from me. It is dead, but the seals cannot be replaced. Its death is only temporary. Okay! Tell me about the sword that keeps the monster dead. I call it Stromkar the Warbreaker. The Arathi held to the oldest ways of weaponsmithing, older than I can remember. I used those and the special metals to craft my sword. Then I took it through the greatest battles any of us had ever seen, and it never let us down. It has saved my life many times and turned many a battle in my hands to victory. After the troll wars, the grateful elves gave me a personal gift. Their greatest mages and smiths took Stromkar and empowered it with strong elven enchantments. I think that it is magic that is keeping the creature from awakening. I fear what centuries of lying buried in that monster has done to the Warbreaker. Okay! Let's just go in there then. Wow, interesting. So that's a bunch of new Thoradin lore. That's pretty cool. I mean, I guess it's not really a retconning, but we really didn't know how Thoradin died. It was just kind of like, Thoradin accomplished all these things, and then eventually he died. It was assumed that it was of old age, but I guess we found out that he came looking for the origins of humanity, and I guess it would make sense that in their search for the origins of humanity, they would come across the Vrykul, even though he didn't directly mention that. When I found this antechamber, I knew we had found something momentous. Here was a door so oddly familiar, like a long-forgotten memory. Here, we broke the first seal. So he didn't say they came across the Vrykul, but it was basically the Vrykul that Tyr was involved with up in Northrend, at least for a long time. So I guess it would make sense that coming across the Watcher Tyr would be something humans would be, like, I guess, inherently programmed with. Because he acted like he had, like, programming in his head to recognize that it was a Titan, like a Titan facility, if you want to call it that. Alright. That was easy enough. The prison entrance is blocked with corruption. Cleanse the void tomb with corrupting tendrils. Okay, so this is just like the... One of its minions has returned, as I feared. Something here is corrupting the wards of the tomb and blocking the path. You must destroy the tendrils and force it to appear. Ephemeral. Those tendrils are casting some sort of immunity to damage. You'll need to interrupt their casting. Okay, let's just do this. Interrupt! There's one. This is interesting. I mean, I guess it's a little different from the Shadow Priest one, but it's still really similar. Alright. This creature is not letting me build a lot of rage. There we go. Okay, one more. And dead. There it is. Wait, on top of the crypt. Prepare yourself. Alright, come on. I fought this guy before. Or something like it. Sothaz the Guardian. He's healing 2% of his life every 2 seconds. Aha, so this is why... This is like the mod that's like, use Mortal Strike, you idiot! Interrupt that bitch! Whoa, what? Oh, okay. Atrophy. I don't have anything to interrupt him. Sweet. Get wrecked, Sothaz. Shit. Wait, what? Oh god, wrong button. Alright. So, he is dead. The way below is uncovered. Alright. So I guess this is different because we were dealing with a lot of the Twilight cultists up until about this point as the Shadow Priest, and then we started dealing with just old god minions. AoE! I'm guessing we're going right back into that chamber over here. We're gonna pull the sword out of his brain and then kill him with it. That's pretty cool, actually. It's pretty badass. These monsters use mind tricks to confuse their foes. Beware their illusions. Okay. I ain't afraid. I mean, I don't think they've done anything yet, so there we go. Alright. How do I... Oh, okay. Easy enough. Did I have to pick the right one and I just got lucky, or were they all the same taking damage? I'm not sure what the deal was there. But I did it! Hooray! Oh, sweet. Zakaj. There lies my final battle. Already Zakaj struggles for consciousness. It knows we are here. You must hurry! Are we going to see Thoradin's body? That'd be pretty sweet. There's the sword. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm ready. I'm ready. Wonder if I fall down there if I die. Probably. Give me the sword. Take it. Oops. No, we are too late. Zakaj has awakened. Let's just kill him then. I don't care. Wait, it is slow. Confused. The sword hurts it still. Quickly strike it down before it can completely recover. Alright. I can do that. All our cooldowns, because why not? This is the last fight, so who cares? Alright, this is not hard at all. Yes, Zakaj is getting desperate. Watch out for these new attacks. Oh no, watch out for the new attacks. You have done what I could not. Defeat Zakaj and live. You know what needs to be done. Take up the Warbreaker and end the threat of Zakaj once and for all. Zakaj has been defeated again, but it is not permanent. Take up Stromkar and deal the final blow. How do I... It's supposed to be there, I assume. Aha! The Warbreaker. There's something interesting about me picking a Tauren character having this first human king's sword. Execute! At last, the nightmare is over. I can finally leave this place once and for all. Keep the sword. Between its unique forging and the elven magics, it is quite strong. It deserves to be used. I know not if being buried in the beast over centuries will have any effect, but you seem strong enough to handle it. Thanks, Thoradin. You're a cool guy.
Greetings.
Anything else? I think that's it. I'm going to use sky jump from inside this cavern and get back. Don't question it! Do not question it. I am the wielder of the Warbreaker now, so I can jump through cavern ceilings. There I go! So that was cool, even though it was like a copy of, I mean, not a copy, but it was the same as the Shadow Priest one area-wise. It was pretty different. We also got an interesting, like, update or continuation of some human lore. I liked that a lot, actually. Unlike the Karazhan ones, which I felt like were exactly the same. This one, I felt like the mobs were a little bit different, and we had a totally different NPC helping us, and the story was different. Karazhan, it was always like, okay, it's a Revel Coast every single time. Every single time it's the same enemy. I granted Zakaj was the same one for Shadow Priest, but the whole theme of it was different. I liked it a lot. A mighty blade forged by the stone of Vrykul, enchanted by elven sorcery and quenched in the blood of a Sothraki. It will serve you well. With it, you will end our enemies. And then go talk to the Forge Master. So, what is my ability? Mortal Strike has a chance to unleash a swipe of void energy, causing shadow damage to all enemies in front of you. Okay, so I see. So it is a powerful sword with all the magics and stuff, but because it was inside an old god minion for so long, it has like shadowy stuff in it too? That's a pretty cool idea. The steel of the barbarian king shall strike the final blow. It shall silence the din of battle and bring the first kingdom into an age of peace. That's a pretty cool quote. The King of the Barbarians is also an awesome title. Can I just have that title? Okay, let's see what we got. Corrupted Rage. Stomp the ground, causing a ring of corrupted spikes to erupt upward, dealing shadow damage and applying the Colossus Smash debuff to all enemies in 8 yards. That's pretty damn good. Let's see what our other major abilities are. Shattered Defenses. When you apply Colossal Smash to a target, your next Mortal Strike or Execute will have a 50% higher critical strike chance and deal 50%. That's really good. Void Cleave. When Cleave strikes more than 3 targets, Stromkar releases a burst of void energy, causing a bunch of damage to all enemies. Also nice. When you activate Battle Cry, your sword radiates shadow energy, causing targets to suffer additional 50% damage over 6 seconds. This is pretty cool, actually. So let's see what it looks like. And Corrupted Rage. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that that's not a completed animation because that looked like nothing. But this was actually surprisingly better than I thought it would be after I found out that this was going to be the same area as the Shadow Priest one. But until then, that looks like that's it for this. We have the Warbreaker. Looks pretty cool. It's kind of got like a beating heart in it too. I guess that's supposed to represent the old god blood coursing through it. Actually, it looks pretty freaking sweet, if I have to say so myself. But, yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. That's it for this artifact. Stay tuned for next time when we tackle another artifact on the World of Warcraft Legion Alpha. But until then, stay awesome. I'll see you next time. And, yeah, farewell.